What we're going to talk about today is the strategic business management side of the story. And strategy is one of the most confusing words I've ever come across. My experience with the word strategy was trying to pitch to a company about a massive M&A, for example, and understanding how little the CEO and the CFOs themselves knew about the definition of what a strategy is. So the experience that I will share with you is not so much based on the books. It is obviously the main backbone infrastructure is going to be theoretical, but the examples are going to be real life examples that you would hear in war stories, for example. The way we will look at this, we're going to follow a very simple structure. We're going to understand the definition of strategy and business management, and according to which kind of style, which kind of business you're going after, which kind of penny you're going after, which business model you're following, there will be certain models that will be more appropriate. But first of all, we need to understand and clarify in our head what is a strategy, and how does that differentiate from initiatives, and how does that differentiate from vision. These are all different things. We tend to put them in the same bucket, and that's a huge mistake, because it gets confusing. If you are working in an evolutionary context with plenty of innovation, technology, it's always going to be an emerging strategy that is going to hit you in the face 6 months or 12 months into your 3 years plan, and it's going to change your game completely. So my only word of advice from a technological perspective, treat it differently, because your benchmarks that you can use here do not belong to the technological world. It's market research. It's market research, it's history research, it's check your CRM and see what's happening. Make sure that your business intelligence systems are up to speed and are giving you the right information. Make sure that the anecdotes from salespeople are channeled in the right way so that whenever you need it, you can consult those anecdotes. This is what environmental scanning is. And of course, you got to get your market share analysis from Mintel, Euromonitor, AC Nielsen, whoever. You have to make sure that you have your qualitative analysis and your quantitative analysis. Now, the quantitative analysis is going to help you size the opportunity. Qualitative analysis is where the real difference is, if something will work or not. Because numbers are generally speaking only historical. They can be trusted only historically speaking. Strategy formulation we'll look at the elements when forming a strategy. What do you need to put in it? What's in that bucket? But most of all, as we are going to live in a relational world, especially you, everything is going to be based on relations. So what we're going to look at understanding how to spot if something belongs to a strategy or to an initiative. How to make sure that we can use that piece of information to our own advantage for sales purposes. Same case for you, the same case actually for everybody. So that's what we are going to try and understand, because if we spot that something for one of our prospects or one of our clients has strategic value, then we can really drill them down. It partially matters where you go, as long as you manage to communicate it in such a way where people get there. Because if people get there, then you can make change. If people go all over the place, that's when you lost the flock. You lost them. And then you have to spend a lot of money and a lot of time to regroup, a lot of money on internal communication to bring back people to basic, fire a lot of people, and then start from scratch. It's going to take you 1.5 years to recover from something like that. So communication is key. When you are building a strategy, always start from the dream, the realization of that dream. I want to. My goal is to be first in the market, destroy my biggest competitor, and have an empty stock. I've given you three different. One is internal sales oriented, one is competition oriented, one is operational oriented. You have three goals, let's say. That will change everything, if you know what I mean. And the stakeholder expectation means that you need to understand who are you ultimately reporting to. In your company, who are you ultimately reporting to, you think? You personally.
As a sole person, it's my line manager.
Your line manager, but conceptually speaking, who are you reporting to? Your shareholders, Wall Street. In a way, you are reporting to Wall Street. So have an exact understanding of how your CEO thinks, how he is measured. Listen to your quarterly calls.
Yes.
Do please, because you'll understand the way those analysts grill your CEO. And they grill. He's going to be squirming in that room when he gets those questions. That's going to be the moment when you understand who your boss is. So, and the rest is stuff. The rest is infrastructure between the mission, the vision, and the strategy, and you. The rest is just infrastructure. Functional areas of business, yes, I understand that they exist, but these ones should all go away. And the only one that really matters, if you ask me, is this: marketing and sales. Anything else is stuff. Stuff that can be built, stuff that can be done, stuff that can be purchased, stuff can be shipped. It is stuff. If you have a company that sells well and has a mediocre product, they probably have 6 months worth of money, lifeline, to build a slightly better product. If you have a phenomenal product, but your sales force is abominable, you're dead before you know. So, guys, business streetwise, the rest is stuff. When we used to do an M&A analysis, this was part of the due diligence. This was the real deal. This is what we hunt for. What are they missing? Why are they not performing well? They have a phenomenal product. What is wrong with them? Let's have a word with them and let's introduce them to Intel to see if Intel wants to buy them, because they have a phenomenal product, but they're terrible at marketing and sales. You see what I mean? Or if you're working on the corporate finance side of things, you might want to say, you guys have a phenomenal product. Sorry, you guys have a phenomenal team. What if you acquire this small company who's doing a phenomenally good qualitative product, but they don't know how to market it? Because the CEO is an engineer and understands nothing about sales and marketing. Let me find investors for you.